Hello students, so today let us continue the chapter trigonometric functions. So before we get into today's class, let me recall what we learnt in the previous class. We didn't learn much in the previous class, only few topics about radian and degree, right? We learnt about the angles, when it will become a positive angle and when it will be a negative angle. If it measured in the anti-clockwise direction, it will be in positive angle. If it is measured in the clockwise direction, it will be negative angle. Then we learn two different units of measurement of angle called degree and radian. Right, 1 by 3/60th of revolution is 1 degree, 1 degree is 60 minutes and 1 minute is 60 seconds. Then we learnt what is a radian, angle subtended by an arc of length of 1 unit in a unit circle at the center is said to have a measure of 1 radian. And one complete revolution in radian measure, we will say it is 2 pi, right? And we learnt the relation between theta, L and R. Theta is the angle and L is the length of the arc, then R is the radius of the circle, then theta is equals to L by R. Then also we learnt what is the relation between degree and radian. If we want to find the radian measure, then pi by 180 into degree measure. If we want to find the degree measure, it is 180 by pi into radian measure. And also I told you there is no specific symbol for radian as we have for degree, right? So you should not use your own short forms like RAD and all, that are all not permitted. You have to write fully radian, or else you can omit, you can write the measure as such without any units, then it means that it is measured in radian. And we have solved a few problems in last class, converting degree measure to radian measure and radian measure to degree measure. We have done few problems using these formula, right? So in today's class, let us go ahead with the remaining problems in the first exercise. So the third question in exercise 3.1, what is given in the question? The number of revolutions made by a wheel in 1 minute is 360. They asked you to find the number of turns made by wheel in radians, right? Understand the question properly. Revolutions made by wheel in 1 minute is given. They asked you to find the number of turns made by the wheel in 1 second. In 1 second, and they asked you to find in radians, right? So first, the number of revolutions made by the wheel in 1 minute is 360 they have given, but we need to find for 1 second. So first find the revolution for 1 second and then we can convert it into radians. So number of revolutions in 1 minute is equals to 360, and we know 1 minute equal to 60 seconds, right? So 1 minute equal to 60 seconds. Therefore, number of revolutions in 1 second, how will you find out? 360 divided by 60. So 360 divided by 60 is 6. So the number of revolutions made in 1 second is 6. Now we need to find it in radian angle. So one complete revolution will make how many turns in radian? One complete revolution will make how many turns? 2 pi radians, right? 2 pi radians. Now we need to find for 6 revolutions. So for 6 revolutions, how much? Therefore for 6 revolutions, it is 2 pi into 6, so which is equals to 12 pi radians, right? So what is given in the question? A wheel makes 360 revolutions in 1 minute. Through how many radians does it turn in 1 second? Now they asked you to find the relation between the revolutions and radians, not degree and radians, revolutions and radians. What is the relation between revolution and radian? One complete revolution is equals to 2 pi radians. That is the relation between revolution and radians, right? Now they asked you to find how many turns made by the wheel in 1 second, but the data is given in 1 minute. So first find out how much revolutions it can make for 1 second first. and after finding out for 1 second, you can directly find out the relation between that many revolutions to radians by multiplying it with 2 pi. Right, and also I told you, when you are writing the answers in radians, if you leave it in pi, no problem. You don't want to simplify it further by substituting the value for pi. So this is what your answer, 12 pi radians. Right, let us solve the next question. What is given? Find the degree measure. Understand the question properly. Degree measure of the angle subtended at the center of a circle of radius 100 centimeter and by an arc of length 22 centimeter. So when we talk about arc length and radius, angle subtended at the center, then obviously we will talk about what type of measurement of the angle, radian or degree. They are talking about radian, right? So if we find theta, we will get the answer in radian, but what they asked you to find the degree measure, right? So understand it properly. They are talking about the angle subtended at the center of a circle. So the angle subtended at the center of a circle gives you the angle in radian, but they asked you to find the answer in degree measure, right? So first we need to find theta. What is the relation between theta, L and R? Theta equals to L by R. Theta equals to L by R. So using this we can very well find what is our theta, but that will give you answer in radian. So theta equals to 22 divided by 100 radians. But they asked you to find the answer in degree measure. How will you convert radian to degree measure? Into 180 by pi. Right, so 22 by 100 into 180 by pi degree. Right, so when we are writing the answers in degree, I told you should not leave with the pi. You have to substitute the value for pi. So 0 0 I am cancelling here. 22 divided by 10 into 18 divided by, if I put 22 by 7. So which is equals to 22 by 10 into 18 by 22, and this 7 will go to the numerator. So 22 will get cancelled, right? So we got 18 into 7 divided by 10. 18 into 7 is 126, right? Divided by 10. This is degree. Now what we should do? We should divide 126 by 10. So 126, if you divide by 10, what will happen? 10 12s are 120, you will get, remainder is 6. So you will get 12 6 by 10 degree, or which is same as 12. I can cancel it with 2 table, right? 2 3s are 6, 2 5s are 10. 12 3 by 5 degree. And we cannot leave it as such, we need to express it in minutes and seconds. So 3 by 5 degree, this is 12 degree plus 3 by 5 degree. This 3 by 5 degree I am going to convert it into minutes. 1 degree equal to 16 minutes. So 3 by 5 degree is equals to 3 by 5 into 60. So 5 12s are 60, so 3 12s are 36 minutes. So we have converted into minutes. So which is equals to 12 degree 36 minutes. So this is the degree measure which they asked us to find out. That is the value of theta. Right? Hope you understood. So this all are simple calculations, simple manipulations, but the thing lies on how are you understanding the question. If they ask you to find it in radian, you have to leave it in the radian. If they ask you to find it in degree, you have to convert it into degree. Right? Hope you understood this problem. Now let us solve the next problem. What is given in the question? In a circle of diameter 40 centimeter, length of the card is 20 centimeter. Find the length of the minor arc of the card. You should not do in hurry. They have given you length of the card. They didn't give you the length of the arc. Arc length they didn't give. They gave you card length. They asked you to find the arc length, right? So this is your circle. Circle has the diameter 40 centimeter, right? And it has a chord. Chord means what? Any line segment which touches the circumference of the circle is called a chord, which has both the end points on the circumference is called a chord. So the chord is of length 20 centimeter. Now they asked you to find this length. They asked you to find this minor arc length of this minor arc, right? So how can we find out this? We know length of the minor arc, L is equals to what? Theta equals to L by R. We need L. So if we multiply theta with the radius, we will know what is our L, right? And one more thing you have to remember, this theta should be in radian measure, right? Now if you consider this circle, we know what is the radius of the circle which is given in the question, because from diameter we can find what is our radius, but we need to find what is the theta. Theta represents what? Angle subtended at the center. Angle subtended at the center, that is the measure of theta, right? Angle subtended at the center. So we need to find this measure. So if we know this measure, we can substitute in this and we can find what is our L. But again, this measure we will get in what? Radian. Only if we know this measure in radian, we can substitute and find out. Now how can we find out this? Now this is 20 centimeter, we know. What is the measurement of this and this? This is what? These two lines are the radius, the line passing through the center, from the center to the circumference. This is also a line from the center to the circumference. So these two are nothing but the radius. If the dia is 40, then what will be the radius? 20, right? If the dia is 40, radius will be 20 by dividing it into 2. Now what type of triangle is this? All the three sides are equal, therefore it is a equilateral triangle. In a equilateral triangle, each angle is 60 degree. Remember, it is 60 degree. But for theta we need the value in radian. But we know how to convert degree to radian, right? So convert it and then substitute so that we can find the answer, right? But how will you do it mathematically? You should give your answers properly, right? Directly you cannot take theta. You have to explain it to the examiner. So mark this as O, A, B. So we need to give explanation here. In triangle OAB, OA and OB are radius, and hence OA equals to OB equals to 40 divided by 2, which is equals to 20 centimeter. Now triangle OAB is an equilateral triangle. Is an equilateral triangle, and we know that each angle in equilateral triangle is 60 degree. Hence theta equal to 60 degree. But how will you convert it into radians? We know the radian measure for some standard angles, right? 60 degree is nothing but, if you don't remember directly the standard value of the radian, you can convert. How will you convert degree to radian? The degree measure into radian only we need. So pi by 180. So cancel it how many times? 6 3s are 18, right? 0 0 will get cancelled. So which is equals to pi by 3 radian. So theta is pi by 3 radian. Once you know the value of theta, now we can substitute in this formula. L is theta into r. We can find what is the length of the minor arc. Therefore, L is equals to theta into r, pi by 3 into 20, which is nothing but 20 pi by 3 centimeter. So this is the length of the minor arc. Thus we completed this problem. Let us move on to the next one. Let us move on to the next problem. What is given there? If in two circles arc length are same, arcs of the same length, which means L1 and L2 are same. We are denoting the length and theta and radius of one circle as L1, theta 1 and R1, the other as L2, theta 2 and R2. So if in two circles arcs of the same length, subtend angles 60 degree and 75 degree at the center, find the ratio of their radii. They asked you to find the ratio of their radii. Again, I am reminding you, theta values are given in degree, but when we deal with angle subtended at the center of a circle, while we are substituting or using the formula L is equals to theta into R, we should give only radian measure of theta. You should not give degree measure of theta. So first what you should do, convert this degree measure into radian measure. So theta 1 equal to 60 degree. Just now we found 60 degree is nothing but pi by 3. These are all standard values, you should remember. Then theta 2 is equals to 75 degree. If you don't know, convert it. 75 degree into pi by 180. 75 degree into pi by 180. If you cancel it, what will happen? You want to cancel it in which table? 5 tables. Then 5 ones are 5, remainder 2. So 5 5s are 25. Here 5 3s are and 6. Then again 3 tables, 3 5s are and here 3 12s are. So which is nothing but 5 pi by 12. So theta 2 is 5 pi by 12 radian, and this is pi by 3 radian, right? Now what is the relation between L, R and theta? L is nothing but R into theta, right? Therefore L1 will be R1 into theta 1 and L2 will be R2 into theta 2. What is your R1? R1 we don't know. Theta 1 is pi by 3. This is L1. And L2 will be, what is your R2? We don't know. Theta 2 is 5 pi by 12. Now given that, what is given? L1 equals to L2. Therefore R1 pi by 3 equals to R2 5 pi by 12. But we need the ratio of R1 and R2. So R1, so bring that R2 to the other side. R1 divided by R2, which is equals to 5 pi by 12. And when you bring this pi by 3 to the other side, this 3 will go to the numerator and this pi will come to the denominator. So pi will get cancelled. 3 4s are 12. Therefore R1 is to R2 is nothing but 5 is to 4. Thus we found the ratio between the radius of the two circles, right? These problems are very simple. Only small things you have to remember. That's what I am repeating right from today's class. Whenever you are using the relation L is equals to R theta or theta equals to L by R, you should remember the theta value should be in radian only. Whenever we are talking about the angle subtended at the center of the circle, whenever we are relating the angle with the circle, that measure will give you only in radians. Okay. So if the measurement are given in degree, you have to convert it into radian and then only you should substitute. So these small things, if you remember, the things will become easier, right? Now let us see how we can solve the next problem now. Your next question is, find the angle in radian. Find the angle in radian through which the pendulum swings if its length is 75 cm and the tip describes an arc of length 10 cm, 15 cm and 21 cm. This is very easy problem only. You might have seen pendulum in your physics lab. How it will be? There will be a straight rod and from that they will hang a bob, a metal bob with some thread, right? So when it swings, how it will swing? It will swing on both sides, right? So using that swing as your arc length, they asked you to find the angle in radian. Now let us see how we can solve. See, this is your pendulum. This is a stand and they will hang the bob in a thread. So when you swing it, what will happen? It will swing like this way, right? Now considering the tip where it reaches as your arc length, that's what given in the question, and this length is 75 cm, they asked you to find the angle made by the angle in radian, which the pendulum swings if its length is given, right? So they asked you to find this angle. Now we can easily find, right? Now this is like a circle subtended at the center only. So using the formula theta equal to L by R, we can easily find what is theta in radian, right? So we know that in a circle of radius r, if an arc length is L, then theta is how much? Theta equals to L by R. So in the first subdivision, your L is going to be 75 centimeter and your what is it? Radius. I'm sorry, this is your radius and this is your arc length, right? So radius is 75 centimeter and your arc length is 10 centimeter. So your theta is going to be L by R. So 10 divided by 75 radians, right? You can cancel and give your answer, which is nothing but 2 by 15 radian. So theta is equals to 2 by 15 radians is your first subdivision answer. That's it. Now this is a direct question actually. For the second subdivision, for all the subdivision, R is going to be 75 centimeter. L is 15 centimeter. Second subdivision, they have given the length of arc length as 15 centimeter. So theta is going to be L by R. So 15 by 75. Same way you can simplify and give your answer, right, in radians. Hope you can do the third subdivision by your own. Okay students, with this let us wind up today's class, and I have given you 3 problems which is not there in your textbook, additional problems, but are of same kind how we solved problems from the exercise. So do these problems as homework and post it in the group, and if you have any doubts you can contact me, right? Thank you students.